All right, folks. Welcome back to the new Sentinel Daily. Major Graves here, reporting from my home base with coffee in hand, and, well, there's no denying the electricity in the air right now with the 2026 midterms looming. It reminds me a bit of my time moving through the marbled halls of Capitol Hill not too long ago. Everyone's nerves jangling before a big showdown. And honestly, can you blame them? Every seat in the House of Representatives is up for grabs this cycle. That's all 435 voting seats. Plus, we can't forget the 5 non-voting delegate seats. Think D.C., Puerto Rico, places a lot of Americans don't even realize have representation, even if they don't get a final vote. Now, if you're wondering why these House races crank up the national tension every 2 years, let's break it down. Imagine a game of, say, chess, but the entire board gets reset. Every single piece, every other year. That's a pretty wild scenario. The full House up for election means every district, every region, has its shot at changing the complexion of national policy in one fell swoop. And it's not just the House. 35 Senate seats are on the line, too, including the hot zones: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia. Those are the kind of places that, in my experience, can swing the whole national balance. It's like deciding a battle on the center squares. Whoever controls them has real momentum. I might be getting carried away with my chess analogies again, but you see the point. The upper chamber's on a razor edge, and if you were tracking the trust issues in institutions we talked about last episode, you know how vital these contests are shaping up to be. But let's not forget, the Senate and House get all the headlines, but governors play a strategic role I think we often underestimate. This year, 39 governorships, 36 states plus 3 territories, are up for decision. You've got major states like Michigan, Texas, Illinois, New Jersey, and Virginia all on the list. And having spent some time working with state leaders in Illinois right after a particularly, contentious election, let me tell you, the pressure on those executive offices, it's something else. Take attorneys general, for example. 30 states and 2 territories are set to elect theirs. These folks handle everything from consumer protection to, well, shepherding some of the biggest legal fights in the country. They impact public safety in ways that aren't always front-page news, until, suddenly, they are. One late-night call with an Illinois AG during a heated lawsuit still sticks with me. The weight of those decisions, the ripple effects for everybody from city cops to governors, it's real. Then you have secretaries of state. Honestly, whenever I talk to folks out in the field, there's confusion over why they matter. Bottom line, in a lot of states, these are the people making the calls on how elections get run. Ballots, recounts, all the mechanics. Especially important in swing states, think of the uproar when procedures get called into question. After all, a close contest can come down to how things are administered at the state level. Now, zoom down a step further to state legislatures. Hundreds of state House and Senate seats are in play this year. That's the level where so much of what actually shapes daily life gets decided. Criminal justice reform, education funding, health policy, all that. You know, I always tell people, it's not just the top of the ticket. There's a kind of echo here from our last episode, talking about how the integrity of big systems relies on the strength of the parts. And speaking of the fundamentals, I'm reminded of a school board election in my own hometown. You'd think, school board, right? Not exactly headline material. But there was one year, razor-thin margin, and the whole direction of local education changed because of it. It's kind of like in chess when you overlook a pawn on the back rank. Next thing you know, it's turned into something much bigger, and suddenly you're in trouble. So don't tune out the mayors, city councils, county execs, school boards. These are the races writing tomorrow's rules on public safety, budgets, education. Every cycle reminds us just how much strategy happens away from the national spotlight. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. Plenty more battlegrounds to cover, and believe me, I'll be right here with you for the next round.